So a couple of hours ago, I was looking at tomorrow's football card, starting to handicap it, and I'm thinking to myself, Thanksgiving and football, they kind of go hand in hand, but tomorrow, does anybody really care about some of these games? I mean, perhaps the better alternative after watching some of the parades, maybe turn on the Hallmark channel and watch some of the Christmas movies. Yes, maybe that is a better alternative. Because you saw that the Bears are going to be without Mitchell Trubisky, so you got Chase Daniels starting for Chicago. You already knew Washington was going to be without Alex Smith, so you got Colt McCoy going for the Redskins, which means the only real game we've got is Atlanta-New Orleans on the night card. Matt Ryan going against Drew Brees. We're going to see a lot of points, maybe not as many points as we saw on Monday night with the Rams in Kansas City, but at least it'll be somewhat of a high-scoring, entertaining game. And then you think, okay, we've got a couple of college football games. Colorado State and Air Force on the afternoon card. Who came up with the bright idea of putting that game on Thanksgiving? Who cares about that game? I don't think the people in Colorado Springs and Fort Collins, Colorado care about that game. And then, of course, we got the Egg Bowl at night. Now, if you've been waiting to watch the NFL, a good NFL game all day, and you've got Drew Brees and the Saints playing at night after what they just did to the Eagles on Sunday and the way they've been playing, do you really care about the Egg Bowl? Oh, maybe if you're a Bulldogs or a Rebels fan, or if you're a diehard SEC fan, maybe you'll tune into that game. But otherwise, who the hell cares about that game? So again, maybe your alternative is watching the Hallmark Channel. Some great Christmas movies. The great thing about the Hallmark Channel and the Christmas movies is this. Every movie is exactly the same. Every plot is exactly the same. So, you can just watch 15 minutes of this movie and 15 minutes of that movie, and no matter where you tune into one of the movies, it's all the same plot. And generally, it's all the same actresses. They're all interchangeable. And it's all the same plot. So, you don't have to miss anything. So sit there with your significant other, watch a Hallmark movie channel. That's my recommendation tomorrow. Bet the games too, but still, it's probably a lot more entertaining than watching Chase Daniel and Colt McCoy quarterback those teams tomorrow. God help us all. Okay, let's talk about the sites here. Let's talk about college basketball. Let's talk about the fact that, I won again last night. My best bet was San Diego over... who the hell did San Diego beat last night? I'm so wrapped up in the Hallmark movies last night, I can't even remember who I won with last night. Isn't that awful? San Diego beat Colorado. There you go. Man, I must have a thing about the state of Colorado. I'm bashing everybody in that damn state today. Anyway, I cashed in with San Diego last night. That was a fifth straight winning day since cashing in with the 76ers on Friday. Of course, my raise the bar 20-dime play on Saturday with Nebraska. My rare 30-dime play with the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. Coming back with the Rams, buying the hook on Monday night. And today I have another top-rated 15-dime release. And once again, I'm going in college basketball. But this time, I found a marquee game that I actually do like. It's in the NIT Tip-Off Classic at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Kansas and Marquette, top-rated 15-dime winner, number 38 out of 62, as I go for winning day number 83 out of 137 overall. And just like the winners on Nebraska on Saturday, and the Saints on Sunday, and the Rams on Monday, and San Diego last night, you get it for half price off by using coupon code HALF, H-A-L-F. All your other discounts and promo codes are over on the homepage. Now, yesterday, I gave you a complimentary winner on Gonzaga. Again, it's just one of those teams you want to say quickly. You don't want to draw it out. You just want to say quickly, Gonzaga. It's one of those nice names in college basketball. So that was your comp play. Tonight, I want to talk about the game between Minnesota and Washington. Now, they are playing in the final game of something called the Vancouver Showcase. 3 guesses where this game is being played. So, Washington rallied from 13 down to beat Texas A&M 71-67 last night. Minnesota beat Santa Clara 80-66 to improve to 4-0. Washington improved to 3-1. Washington's only loss this season came at Auburn in its season opener. Huskies started the season as a top 25 team, number 22 or 25, I can't remember in the polls, dropped out after losing that game. Since then, losing that game by 20 points. Since then, they have rebounded, beating San Diego 66-62 at home, Santa Clara 82-69, and Texas A&M last night. This is a veteran team. All 5 starters back from Mike Hopkins' squad from last year, which was a 21-win team that advanced to the NIT. Minnesota was a tremendously disappointing team a year ago, but off to a 4-0 start. Last night, though, however, against Santa Clara, they shot a season-low 34.8%. The key reason they won that game, however, is that they had an advantage at the free throw line, 37-9. That is not happening again tonight against a Washington team that has height, that can go to the rack, and Mike Hopkins, their head coach, came from Syracuse, where he was a longtime assistant to Jim Boeheim. What is what does Washington do? They play a lot of that 2-3 zone, which is designed to keep you shooting from the outside. What did Minnesota do last night? They struggled from the outside, shooting a season-low 34.8%. I like Washington in this particular contest. The fact that they lost their season opener in Auburn by 20 points, an Auburn team that gave Duke, even though they fell down early, rallied, fell down again at the beginning of the second half, rallied. That Auburn team, as I talked about in yesterday's video report, is a damn good team. Losing by 20 in your season opener on the road in Auburn is nothing to be ashamed of. I like Washington in Vancouver tonight as a 1-point underdog, as a 1-point favorite to take this game. You know, I'm a big fan of looking at KenPom.com and looking at the ratings between teams. You know, when you look at the overall rankings between these two teams, there's no difference really. Minnesota is ranked 45, Washington is ranked 48. But early in the season, the most significant stat that you can look at KenPom.com is non-conference strength of schedule. Minnesota's non-conference strength of schedule, 183rd in the nation. Washington, because they played Auburn, 76th in the nation. So again, I just think the little edge goes to Washington here, and they're also the better defensive team. Another game I want to talk about, Loyola of Chicago. Remember that phenomenal Final Four run they had a year ago? They are a 4-point favorite tonight against Boston College in something called the championship game of the Fort Myers tip-off, which, FYI, is being played in Fort Myers, Florida. Boston College, their guard last night, Kai Bowman, who's just having a great year already after a great season a year ago when he averaged 17.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, 4.7 assists. This year he's already off to a 24.3 scoring average, hitting 51.6% of his shots. He had a career-high 38 points in last night's 88-76 win over Wyoming. Ramblers, meanwhile, are off to a 4-1 start. They beat Richmond 82-66 on Monday night. They shot 62%, hit 8 of 19 threes. What a big surprise, them doing well from three-point land. They struggled, however, at the free throw line, only 12 for 25. Now, the Ramblers are 4-1. They lost one game on a last-second shot to Furman. That is the same Furman team that just won in overtime at Villanova a couple of days ago, okay? So nothing to hold against them. Boston College, a good team, but I like Loyola of Chicago here. This is a good defensive team, as we saw a year ago, a team that has the bulk of that championship or Final Four run team back with them. Laying the 4 points, I'm going to go with Loyola of Chicago. Of the two plays, however, I do like Washington a little more than Loyola of Chicago. So those are your two free selections. I wish you well, and talk to you early on Thanksgiving morning when we do this again. If you're traveling tonight on the way for the holidays, please be careful out there. Good luck, everybody, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.